Hi everybody, welcome back to Regrowth Revisited, episode 13 with me, Sid. And last episode we were polishing up the last seeds that I'd got out of the various questage and bringing them up to the final thing. We also got the results of the experiments. Doing these manually, absolutely not the way forward. So I think going forward I am going to go with the long, thin strip methodology. I'll probably do something down this way, so we got like strip, maybe 4-5 strips. I don't know, depends how many seeds we want to keep going at the same time. But we also did make the strong infusion stone, which is the next step in the seed progress. That's why we start to make some of the seeds, like diamond seeds, emerald seeds, other stuff. But we're starting to see things gated behind the next level of runes for Britannia, and also I think and suspect the witchery stuff. So I have started pulling together the stuff to make the various runes. So I think that one is a spring rune, that's a summer rune, or is at least the start of a summer rune, but we need to do something else. If I can find it, we need to do this before we can do that. But first off, let's just go and see what the state of play is with my ender seeds, because these should be 10-10-10. Some of those other ones are probably 10-10-10 as well. We'll check them in a moment, but let's just start off with the ender seeds. That's not 10-10-10. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I mean, it's better than that. So we can plant you, get rid of those, and just do the same again. That was surprising, to be fair. But anyway, we'll live with that. Now over here, this one might not be, because this was 937. This one, however, was 978. So I've got a strong suspicion that could be a 10-10-10. Let's go and have a look, see if we can't just get some of these out of the way before we push on. Oh, so close. So close. Right, you can go there. And all of those can come out. And actually I'm going to put the ender seeds in on that strip. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. This seems to work pretty good, so we'll go there. To there. And we'll forget about seeds for the rest of the thing. We'll let this go to the end, because I think that is going to be a definite job that needs to happen. However, we have got everything here that we need to make a conversion catalyst. I think that's what it's called. It was a catalysty thing. Obviously we've got blaze rods there, easy alchemy catalyst. And the alchemy catalyst is what we need to get the component for a summer rune. Now if we have a look at runes, the spring rune, fairly straightforward, saplings, things and stuff. The summer rune required a slime ball, and I don't have a slime ball, but a cactus into a mana pool with an alchemy catalyst will give me a slime ball. So now we've got the rune of summer. This one is the rune of autumn, I think. And then we've got a slight problem. Rune of winter needs cake. That's problematic because I don't actually have the necessaries to make cake. However, let's start off and just get the other 3 seasons done, because that will give us, that's right, wheat, any, I mean, I'm assuming it's just saplings. Oh, it was water, not air. Hang on. We're going to put the air rune. Oh, I think, hang on. Isn't the rune of autumn air and fire? Yes. And we'll borrow that one. So this will give us the rune of spring, which we'll need for some of our seeds. It's all about seeds. But we're now getting to the point where we do have to progress some of the other things. I'm going to have to do the cow egg. I'm going to do 2 cow eggs, for example, obviously. And I need to think about where I'm going to put said cattle. But for now, our water can go away. Then we can take you. And that will give me the necessaries for the rune of summer. And eventually we'll be in a position, but yeah, witchery. Witchery is going to be fun. It's a long time since I've ever done witchery. In fact, the last time I think I had witchery on a server, one of the guys decided to go for vampire, and then we had ended up struggling, fighting over daytime versus nighttime. That was entertaining. Alright, I don't think we need to worry about those. So we can take these out to get the rune of autumn, and then we just need the cake. Double sound effect. That was interesting. I'll chuck that piece of coal over there for now. I'll keep it going. So in terms of the areas in here, while this is growing, because obviously we've done our kind of planting area over there, I'm kind of considering bulking up this area and building this area out into a witchery area, and maybe even bulking that area out into a botania area, just so we kind of grow outwards and we can start to backfill some of these. Well, do we backfill them, or do I leave them in? I don't know actually. But we're going to need to do this stuff, so you know, it seems like an obvious position to be in. So we've got fire, we've got earth, we've got the water, we've got our air runes, then you've got spring, summer and winter. So let us see, well, how we tackle the next. There you go. You will blaze, not fire. The next difficulty, and that is the difficulty of the moo cows. And for that we need a cow egg. And to spawn a cow we need 2 leather. Now leather we can do with imp leather. We can squeeze fish, or we can crucible furnace fish, and it seems to be salmon and perch. and we can rotten flesh. That's the obvious way to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm going to do 2 cow eggs, because once you've got 2, we're laughing. And then I need to think about where I'm going to actually stash that. What else do we need for cow eggs? 2 eggs. 4 wheat. And 6 experience drops. And I'm going to assume we need some living rock, because that would seem appropriate. Oh, and probably that. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's going to take a while. I'm going to go sleep. Now, I don't need cows really for food, I don't think, because we've already got a reasonable food source. So maybe I just need some kind of barn for the cattle, for the animals, I should say. We can move the chickens over to it. We can, you know, do the various bits and pieces. Oh, it's taken a while, isn't it? But that's fine. Once we've got the cows, we've got milk. Once we've got milk, we've got cake. That gives us runes of summer. Which means we can start to play with the other stuff. Oh, we've got something. What's that one? The way the world works. Oh, I've done the catalyst equivalent. Okay. Oh, well, you give me some slime. Thanks. Right, that's there. There's a moo cow egg. Let's do another one. And then we can think about what I'm going to do and where I'm going to do it, actually. Kind of inclined, maybe. We'll keep the compound as is, for definite. Kind of inclined, maybe, to go out and put a barn out that way, because it doesn't need to be big. And we can put an access to it in from here. Just have a little walkway over the top. Yeah, maybe. That might be the way to go. So let me get that done. Let me work out the layout of the animal barn, because we're going to, well, there's going to be the life of the world is going to also have sheeps, pigs, possibly. Definitely sheep. Don't know about other things, whether we'd really want them. As I say, there's food is sorted. Or at least it is, as far as I'm concerned, because this is pretty good food. Okay, let me grab. Oh, I don't think I've got a huge amount of cobble, but we'll grab what we've got so far, and we'll make a start planning out this barn. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, last touches on this one. It's nothing, well, last touches on the outside. I've still got the inside to do. It's nothing exciting, it's just a building. We've got a door coming in here. this is not anything done inside yet. And then we can come across a bridge into here. I've taken out the cobble gen because we can make cobble using elemental essences now, so cobble gen redundant. So that kind of just fits neatly in there. And I think the next thing I need is some flooring, which of course I can make that with earth essence, so dirt is no longer an issue. But what I would like is, I think we'll do this, and we're going to, we'll just stick you there for now. I've got to keep the I should probably sleep actually, just to make sure everything in there is overhung, so we should still be safe from spideys. I mean, I feel fairly safe in my armour and everything from spiders now anyway, but you don't want the sudden, you know, jump scares of being jumped by a spider. Especially when you consider some of the mobs in this. I'm not sure whether spiders actually are significantly bad in this one, but like in Greg Take, you've got all of the special mobs, and consequently I am a little bit cautious of said mobs. Let me just dump that down like that. This can go all the way down. I don't know how deep to make the dirt, to be honest. Into mines. But I certainly think we need to go probably this, just for the aesthetics, because that will give half, and then the other half will be dirt, and this half will be walls and gates. I think that works, doesn't it? Then what do we want to do? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just trying to work out me pen sizes. 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a 5. Alright, but if I do that as a 4 there, actually no, we screwed up, didn't we? Four, 4, 4, 4. Big one in the middle. Do that. Again, stab just some torches down just to make sure these make a certain degree of sense. And so the first things first, let's just get more of that lot going. I did want to put that in like this, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Don't want it to be 4 deep, I only want it to be 3 deep. Boop, boop. Anyway, we're going to pop this all in. We'll get this turned into proper pen space, and we'll see how we go. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, got myself some grass. And we do need to illuminate this, so let us make sure that we are doing things properly. And then let us give it a little bit of greenery. Yeah, we'll give you a bit more in the corner. I'm not sure whether this will spread under these light conditions, so there's our cow pen, all sorted. There we go. Now over here I'm working on the chicken pen, and the chicken pen's got a different floor, so I need another 8 hoppers, and then I need to make some wool, and I need to dye it green, and then we're going to get rid of that. That's going to go, and then we'll get on with the cake. But first things first, hoppers. I need more chesticles. I needed 8. Let me just do that, and then we can do that, and then we'll do that, I suppose. That can go away, that can go away. I'll keep the dirt about my personage. The cobble can go. Slime balls can definitely go. Flirts can go. Floral fertilizer can go. Want to keep those. Just the iron. I have got some iron upstairs, but while we're at it, if I were iron, I would be that one. Let's go and make myself a stack of iron, so we can utilise our new shiny thing. But first things first, 8 hoppers, and then we'll get this into the new shiny smeltery. Well, not new last episode, but it will take a hell of a lot more iron, and it will do its thing. Don't think that is going to grow without a couple of torches over there, so we'll put one there, one there. That should encourage that to grow. Right, this bit over here we're going to just need to do the wool then. I mean, to be fair, this is quite a storage system. Just pop that there temporarily, and let me go and make up. I can never remember with wool if I want green wool. It's 8 to 1, not 1 to 1. It's the damnedest thing when you're trying to work out what's what. Why have I only got 33? There you go. 36 is a magic number. That will not make me enough wool. I'll have to get another batch. These are almost all completely done as well, which is the other benefit to doing this kind of building material project. On the back you have this is yeah, you get things going on in the background, growing and developing. There's 5. Don't know whether I've got any more. Got a little bit, but it's still only 6, 7, isn't it? Yes, it is. So I'm still too short. That simple. I'll go and get that sorted, be back in a sec. Alright, and that should be enough of this to make enough of those. to make those. And I think 12 will be enough to give this a nice green carpet. And then we can take these and we can place them on the top. That gives us our storage. We'll go and get some eggies. We'll get some baby chickens as soon as we've slept the night away. Really need a sleeping bag in this mod pack. Either that or I just need to put my bed somewhere more accessible. And that will be that bit of the animals sorted. Some of the other ones, I think like the bat and stuff, I think they are just purely there so you can get them as components for witchery, because obviously, you know, Eye of Toad, Wing of Bat, ilk of... Let's take 3 stacks, that should be more than adequate. And I put grass into all of the others. I have rearranged the lighting, so this is nicely lit. Haven't put any doors on the stalls yet. That was a tight wad. Got to use all of these up. We don't need a lot of chickens. And let's be honest, I could grow them if I want to, so breed them I should say, so that's a thing. So, what's the most humane way of dealing with a chuck? Not this, surprisingly. Still, dealt with them. Right, I'm going to need another bucket. I also need, well, and get those out of the way. Of course, the Ender Flames took anything that was combustible, but that's fine. We'll clear that up, and that will give us a little bit more space for future projects, which is always nice. Seriously, you just at my chest. Just as well, they're not that much of an issue. Right, chesticle goes in. Yeah, you can go up there as well for now. That lot goes in, that goes in there, that goes in there, that goes in there. Everything else just needs to go somewhere temporarily, which by temporary I mean permanent, of course. I know how my mind works and how my gameplay works. Right, a bucket, that's what I needed. I needed one more bucket because we need to make, actually, for how long I've been playing this game I cannot tell you exactly how. I need another bucket. I thought it was 3. I honestly am surprised sometimes how few times I've actually made a cake. Although, to be honest, you know, I think all of those cases will have probably been either decorative or to make a rune of summer. Probably. Let's get a bit of you. Right, what else do I need? 3 wheat and an egglet. So 1, 2, 3, 2 of those, an egg, and 1, 2, 3 wheat. There's our cake. And now we can do the Rune of Summer. We can also go and just pop this in there. Oh, we'll have redstone soon. Oh, that will make all the difference. Rune of Winter even, not the Rune of Summer. Idiot. So we're going to take these and that. Gonna pop you away. Gonna grab you. Gonna come over here and there we go. That's the last rune. So I'll be back in a second. And with that, we should be good for the way the world works. We're going to get 16 floral fertilizer and a mana tablet. That's nice. I think you can go with the other one. Yes, you can. But we've got the runes. Now the next lot of runes is the big boy runes. So Rune of Lust, Gluttony, Pride. The 7 deadly sins basically. And you don't hand them in, which is good because they don't get consumed unless you make things with them. But if we were to go and have a look at these runes, let's just see what's involved with, say, the Rune of Lust, Mana Diamonds. So we're not going anywhere until we've got diamond seeds. Rune of Air, Rune of Summer. That's fine. Gluttony, same. In fact, I think we can safely say that they all use diamonds. So we probably really do need now to come back out of there, go into what the world is built from, and we need to do mana diamonds. Diamond, no, Manti Dilemma. And if we have a look at diamond seeds, that uses essence, mana pearl, glass, some stuff, and a whole load of those. That's all doable. The only bit is this one, which we need to grab 48 blocks of charcoal. Well, there's an obvious way of dealing with that, but let me just check. Nope. Let me just check. There's a cat at my door. There isn't a trick way of doing this, it is purely charcoal. So what we're going to do is we are going to go and set up some giant spruces outside and we'll work with that as a trick. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so I've put out 8 mega spruces. Let us go and see what we have got in each of these seeds while we're because we really do need to progress and get this diamond done. The diamond gives us a lot of options, not least of which I think so. You are fully developed. You are almost fully developed. And you are still some way off fully developed. Okay, well that's fine. Easy to get those last few bits in though, so we'll quickly have a quick snooze. We'll put in another stretch of these. As I previously pointed out, one of the benefit to doing things this way is, let's start off with these experience seeds, actually just get them out of the way. Because these are all unidentified. Let me go in here, and I think I only need one to take that to the next level. And then we can go and pop you and you out of the way. That's a 10-10. Some of these will possibly be 10-10. This one, however, needs 1, 2, maybe 3. So if I pop you in there and then go 1, 2, 3, I'll give you 4. In fact, I'll give you 2. Just to make sure that we have got the relevant required. Let's go and see whether I've got any more real solid 10-10s, because that's a 10-10. There's a good chance that these are as well. No, actually, that's surprising. It's 10-9. I mean, it doesn't matter, I've got a 10-10, I can spread that now. But I'm just curious, because I'm a curious kind of person. There's another 10-10, so the rest can't be, that's fine. There we go, we can go and put, well, what we'll do is we'll throw all of that lot in for composting. We'll come in here and we shall put one of those down in the ground. I'm going to take that seed and I'm going to take a cutting and just transcribe that across, because I'd like to have at least one of every seed. Might as well just grab a harvest of this lot while we're at it as well. There we go. Right. So just on working on those two, we've got several trees grown and they're easy to bring down, and we can start working on these this charcoal stuff, because I'm going to need 48 blocks of charcoal. That is a sizable sum of charcoal. Experience seed can just go in there for now. Boop, boop, boop. And bit of you and some of you. Lovely. Right, it's charcoal clock with flint felling axe. That could be a TV producer name, couldn't it? Flint felling axe with the 9 o'clock news. But at least we'll get lots and lots of charcoal. They're a bit close together, these, if I'm brutally honest, but doesn't matter. Because this repairs very cheaply. Well, it's virtually free, let's be honest. It's not like I haven't got piles of flint kicking around out there. What we need to do is get the saplings, get the logs, get the charcoal going, get a bunch more lined up, and the world will be good and happy. So I'll be back in a bit. Alright, we are, I think, getting close to the end of the episode. I haven't actually checked how long I've been recording, but that's irrelevant because I feel like this is getting close to the end of the episode. And I've just redone these. I'm going to take out all of this as well. I have 4 tracks for the time being. Those are in because I was impatient. The blaze seeds are improved and out, so I'm just going to leave this one in just for incidentals. We've got the 4 tracks, as I say, going down here. They should be all spawn safe still. I haven't really broken anything. Now these are well over 10. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 So that's a good run. It will give me, oh hello, maybe we should make these 12 as well, seeing as those were 12. That's key to have standardization. There we go. And in terms of where we're at, this is spider seed. This is the infused shard seeds. We're waiting on the gold essence and the emerald essence. We've got everything else. We just need the gold and the emerald. Now, the emerald essence, emerald seeds, emerald essence requires 48 bricks. So we've got 48 bricks because I've just made them. The rest can go away. 48 bricks. There you go. Dirt can go in there. That can just go up there for now. Right. So what else did we need for that? We needed 48 lime green. Oh, it's gold. I was going to say, don't tell me that's diamond. 48 lime green. Did not quite mean to do that. So that's 48 lime green. Or it will be in a moment. Now, while we're at it, what else do we need? 12 of those. We're going to need to do some harvesting and some crafting there. I need 8 gold and 8 obsidian. 8 gold. And 8 obsidian. Just the 12 strong essences. Right, while we're at it, what do we need for you? I need cyan 48. 48 cyan. That was not right. Okay, let's just try that. And that. So give me 48 cyan. So go with 48 charcoal when I've got it. Need another 12 of those. 8 and 16. So I need another 8 of you. And 16 of you. So that just leaves strong essence. Oops, it needs sleep. It leads sleep. And 24 strong essence. Now I have got 8 strong essence. 3, 4. Those will convert to 64 of those, which will become, with the right essence stone, 16 of those with 8 will become 24. And that should be it. 12 and 12. So let's have a look. We need to do you. Oh, I need the charcoal blocks. That's where I'm just shy because I was just cooking up another batch. We're fairly close. Whoop. Herp. Herp. And just dump those over there. Right, so that should mean we've got everything we need to get our piece of diamond essence. Manual submit, claim. And we should have everything we need to get our emerald essence. We then want 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do you and you. You need a seed, which just need to go and grab one of them. So that's seeds for those. Let me just get rid of this. Gonna have to really start up my harvesting if we're going to need that lot though. I've gone through the seeds and a lot of them we need witchery for as well. That is going to be the next significant piece of work, I think. So let's start off with the simple ones. We'll go off with the spider seeds, which should be that. Spider's eye thing. Earth and spring. Oh, I know what I'm missing. Seed. So that's the first one of our, what are they, tier 3 seeds? Those strong essence seeds, we'll call them. And I am going to have to start running coal into there to get that up. Probably, yeah, I think I'm going to do maybe 2 or 3 more ender flames. Might do that. So I'll check how long I've been recording at the end of this one, but we'll have 4 tracks of seeds ready to go to improve, and then I'll do that between episodes, as well as this should be a 10-10-10 now, so I might be alright for that one. So I'll be back in a moment. Our next seed is the infused shard seed, which requires all of these. So there's our spider. We'll go and get you planted while that goes. Am I going to want a bigger crop of spider seeds? Probably not. Because spider essence, string, I suppose strings are worthwhile, and you can do experience. And it's also used in the extreme infusion stone. So string, about the only thing worthwhile, so we maybe just have one of those. These ones I suspect I'm going to want a little bit more of, because these are going to give me the infused. The infused seeds will give me essence of shards, which is obviously Thorncraft all the way. So that's fun. Because we'll have Thorncraft open to us, yay! Just a small mod, just a little small mod with a few things going on, and God only knows what that's going to come into on the quest lines, but well, we'll see, won't we? And then we just got the diamond and the emerald seed to do. Which hopefully I'll be enough for. So I'll get this done, be back in a sec. Alright, and with this one, that should be all of the seeds, because I've got my diamond. Ooh. And there's my emerald. So I can go and put these last two runes away. And we can go and get these lined up on the race. It's not a race after all, but you know, there's an emerald, there's the diamonds. We need to come down here and go fill this up completely with cross crops. Do the same here. do the same here. I'll never guess what we're going to do here. This is finished, so we can grab all of those, and they are both 10, 10, 10. Because, well, I'll rephrase that, they're both the same. They could be 10, 10, 9, but it's highly unlikely. They are, though. And in that circumstance, there's only one thing left to do. No. And that is to grow two of them and cross them with each other. Typical. I thought I was going to say, and we've done all of the lower tier seeds, but we haven't. Anyway, plans. So we've got quite a lot going on. We've got a lot to wait for. Specifically, we've got to wait for this lot to improve. Now, what I have got is, I've got a whole load of spruce trees that I've grown, not for the wood, but for the leaves, because I'm going to come out and start levelling off a chunk of this out here when we're going to build a witchery garden off of this. I'm not entirely sure how big, probably somewhere in the region of, I don't know, maybe kind of like that. So we'll have things, but its walls are going to be leaves, and it's going to be flat, big area. We'll get all of this things, we'll backfill all of this with a whole load of this stuff, because of this level is where we're going to place dirt, so we're going to have a lot of dirt put down. We'll shore up these walls properly, make them look like that, and that's going to take a while. But given that it's going to take a while for all of those crops to spread, it's the kind of thing I can be doing between episodes, which is ideal. But that just kind of leaves this one. So we'll take the strong essence, and we'll take the strong essence, and we'll take the strong essence, and we'll take the strong essence. And I think that gives us, well, we've got nothing new there. We obviously have these to play around with at some point. We do need, oh, we got Big Daddy. We've opened that up. Okay, so stuff. That's an addition. We got a rolling machine and a hobbyist steam engine, so that's coming out. That's a new one. Compacting jaw, I don't think that's new. I think these are all existing. Obviously we've got that. Still got, oh, I need to have a hive. Okay, we'll have to look at that at some point. Whole load of critters we can grow. How the world grows, that's our witchery, and this is where we're going to have to go next episode, I think. Nothing in the way the world feels, and nothing in the way the rest of those. So I think that kind of puts us at an end state for today. I am going to make 2 more work tables, so I can just bang the stuff across one after the other. Just because it's better that way. We can stop carrying the things around, we can just file things and stop storing them, because I don't really need the lower level tier essences now. I need the high level, so I need to make myself some lockers, and that's all stuff to do between episodes. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.